Hey, I'm Zach McDonald, your real estate agent with Real Property Associates, and this is your real estate news breakdown. And in this video, we're going to talk about an article in GeekWire again, and guess what? Their source is Redfin again. So the article title here is Amazon's rapid expansion in the Seattle suburb could ignite a real estate frenzy, Redfin predicts. And the suburb we're talking about is Bellevue. I'm going to read this a little bit, and then we'll get my thoughts as we proceed. So it starts off with this saying, with the tech giant Amazon possibly cooling on Seattle, which there's some talk that they're trying to sublease one of their new developments a little bit farther south, not really part of their South Lake Union hub, but they had leased some space. Now they're trying to sublease it, and it looks like they're trying to move a lot of their new growth over to the east side, and by east side meaning the Bellevue area. They go on saying the region as a whole, Bellevue's housing market has cooled in recent months with home prices dropping 6.2% in January over the prior year. However, there are signs that the downturn in the local housing market may only be a short-term blip, and with Amazon coming into town, that could heat up fast. I think a lot of this is more speculative at this point than it is anything else. It's hard to really say, oh, Amazon moving space over to Bellevue is really going to jumpstart the Bellevue real estate market, but it makes sense. I mean, Amazon had a huge impact on the Seattle area's real estate market and still is having a major impact on the Seattle area real estate market. So it stands to reason that moving over to Bellevue will also bring new people to Bellevue, new jobs to Bellevue, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that seeing growth in Bellevue is actually encouraging to me. When we are talking about headquarter 2 and headquarter 3, we'll link that video up as well here. Maybe we'll show it on the screen. But we had a lot of people worried about Amazon moving growth out of our region and taking it elsewhere. And we saw headquarter 2 and headquarter 3 announced over on the East Coast. And recently New York was like, heck no, we don't want to have Amazon here. And so it makes sense maybe that Amazon's going to channel more of that growth here in the area. And Bellevue and Seattle are literally across the water from each other. So I think there's a general benefit to each. And I think that Amazon's growth in Bellevue is also going to help the Seattle real estate market too. But let's get back to the article here a little bit. They talk a little bit about the office space essentially and the tech influence and impact that we're going to see in the Bellevue area. So the first one here, Amazon has already leased a triumvirate, that's a hard word to say, of office buildings in Bellevue totaling more than 1 million square feet, and it is looking like they're going to do more. The tech giant has already secured enough space for roughly 7,000 new employees, and Amazon has recently put, as I just talked about, their high-profile office project up for sublease, looking like they're probably not trying to expand, at least in that situation. Facebook also leased space in a pair of buildings downtown Bellevue last year totaling 85,000 square feet and followed that up by taking on a new 338,000 square foot building, which is under contract in the massive Spring District project. It looks like they're expanding as well. And then Google has long had a presence on the east side, and it looks like they're leasing out another 30,000 square feet here soon in the Bellevue area too. So really what we're seeing is it's not just Amazon, but some of these other tech companies that have already made a Seattle presence are making an east side presence as well, because really you've got a lot of tech talent over on the east side of the city too, in the Bellevue area. I mean, specifically you think of Microsoft in Redmond, and some of these companies are going to want to pool or at least tap into some of that talent as well. So the growth of tech in Seattle is a good sign, and Bellevue is a good sign, because a lot of our economy, really a lot of our growth that we've seen recently has been in the tech sector versus some of these other areas. Now we still have other great companies in the Seattle. You think of Boeing and you think of Starbucks, and I'm sure I'm leaving a few people off here, but there's a lot of good companies in this area. And to see tech growing and expanding in the city is also just a good sign of other high-paying jobs coming to the area, which bodes well for the real estate market. So reading this article just kind of right off the bat, I mean, I don't really have any objections to the idea that growth and expansion on the east side in Bellevue is going to benefit the Bellevue real estate market, as it definitely has Seattle. Maybe not quite as drastically, because Bellevue is already significantly more expensive than Seattle, but I think we'll also see a trickle-down effect and a growth in Seattle as well, because I mean, I know people live on the east side and are working at Amazon, so maybe they might shift over to the new office, but I think we'll see a lot of growth in Seattle too as a result of the expansion on the other side of the lake. So that's my thoughts, but I do think that we're going to see more and more growth of Amazon as a company, and I think a lot more of that growth is going to happen here than maybe we were thinking originally. So thank you so much for watching this video. Again, my name is Zach McDonald, and I am a real estate agent here in Seattle. If you're watching this video and you are getting value from it, which I know you are, please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this, for my monthly market update on the Seattle real estate market, and just other real estate videos in general. I know you'll benefit from subscribing to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.